Hey, well, happy Saturday. Hope you guys all had a fantastic Thanksgiving. We had a wonderful one here. Holly and I had the boys here. It was really magical. We got time to spend with our friend Christian Del Rosario and their nanny Renata and our friend John Mejia. Fantastic time. And I hope you guys had a blessed time for those of you who celebrated. So we also launched our Double Your Income series. It's a new program. This one, it took me probably the better part of a year to write. I think there's about 16 hours of teaching direct to camera. And if you've ever thought about what would it be like to double your income, here's what I can tell you. What most people think is, how do I do that? And I can tell you this, you have no idea how you're going to do it. It's not about how do I do this, it's about how do I become the person who can do it? It all starts with mind shift. There are some serious mind shifts, some core beliefs that you've got to challenge. You've got to change your entire learning model if you're going to double your income. And this program teaches you exactly how to do it. I have done this many times in my life. I took a $10 million business, a business that we were doing $10 million. And the next year, $20 million. And here's the interesting thing. When I sat down with my team and I said, okay, we did 10 million, best we ever did. We're going for 20 million. Like this, everybody just kind of closed their minds. That was it. We can't do it. How would we do it? We killed ourselves to get here. And see, what they were focusing on was the how. And how to do something has never accomplished anything. You've never known how to do anything. You've never known how to do anything until you've done it. So the mind shift you have to make is, what do I believe is possible? How do I enter into the consideration of it? What's my learning model? What's my level of awareness? What's my level of belief? What are the principles necessary for me to master to double my income? Can I take inventory of that? So here, we're going to let you watch a clip from the program. In the program, I think there's something like 18 syllabuses. This is syllabus number 12, and it's called It Never Goes Away. It never goes away. And what I'm talking about here is you have to have in your mindset, you have to have an understanding that this little voice that fights for where you are right now never goes away. No matter how big your dream is, no matter how strong your desire is, this little voice of doubt, this little voice of judgment, it will never go. It's your constant companion. So you have to tame it. You have to control it. Watch this video clip. I think it's about 9 minutes, and I'll see you on the other side. Be well. Self-judgment mind. No matter what our achievements might be, we think well of ourselves only in rare moments. We need other people to bear witness against our inner judge. We need people to convince us that we're not as bad as we think we are. What's the purpose then of this inner judge? What purpose does this voice of the inner judge serve? In what ways does keeping track of our transgressions and our failures and our shortcomings, in what way does that serve us? What is it purposed for? See, reminding us of our past failures is a tool used by our subconscious mind or other than conscious mind to keep us within our zone of knowing. Remember, it's a control mechanism. It's part of a primal safety mechanism. It's that part of you that truly believes that if you step outside your zone of knowing, you could die. This mechanism is wired, it's hardwired to the amygdala, the part of our brain that is essential to feeling intense emotions such as fear or aggression, or really we know it as our fight or flight center. And so it has a vested interest in keeping you alive. It perceives anything outside of your absolute knowing as risky and dangerous. If you think about the progression through history, much of the time humans have been solely focused on mere survival. I mean, otherwise they could not have, they could have been eaten, right? And at a lower level of awareness, we could die by making a mistake, by going too high in a tree to forage for food, going too close to an edge. This is this part of us in our amygdala would fire off. This part of us is purposed to keep things just the way they are, to keep us safe from unknown dangers. This is the part of us that says better safe than sorry. And so whenever we're trying to do anything new, whenever we entertain a new idea such as I'm going to double my income, I think I'd really like to double my income, we have a reaction to the unknown dangers ahead. When Hoffer writes about this, he's saying that no matter what your achievements may have been, No matter how great things were last year, no matter all the growth that you had, all the new contracts that you made, no matter how much better you've gotten at whatever it is that you do, how much you've improved in your skill. Maybe even, you're better with your situation financially. Maybe now you're better at coaching. Maybe you're better at marketing or sales or customer service, whatever it is. He's saying you're going to claim that greatness only in rare moments. He's saying that there's going to be this voice, I call it the boogeyman, of this inner judge that says, yeah, but remember the time that you fill in the blank, enter in your own failure. Remember the time that you did this. Remember the time that you screwed that up. Remember the time you failed here. Remember the time that you tried and it didn't work out. Remember the time you said that you were going to do this and you quit. Our inner judge reminds us of these things, and that ends up sabotaging our efforts to try new things that would result in our fullest expression. So why would this voice want to sabotage you? Well, it's not so much that it wants to sabotage you. In fact, it doesn't see it that way at all. This voice does not see what it's doing as hurting you. This voice sees itself as your protector. It's protecting you. It's saying, hold it. Double your income? You could get hurt emotionally. You're going to be upset when that doesn't happen. Here, let me give you evidence, that I'm right. Let me give you enough evidence to scare you away from this new idea, to cause you to doubt it so much that you'll stop even before you start. Let me kind of hamper your efforts by planting self-judgment and doubt and fear and scarcity into your awareness so that you don't go out and hurt yourself. This voice will think of everything it can to protect you. Hold it, double your income? This means that there's a good likelihood that you're going to have to invest money in training or mentoring or resources to improve your skills. You might need to pay for workshops or coaching. That all adds up. What if you lose money? What about your retirement? How old are you? Do you know how many calendars you have left here? There's going to be a time in your life where you're 65 or 70 and you're going to need that money because you're not going to be worth anything in the marketplace. You're going to need that money. You've got to put that money away in some stock fund and save the money. Save for a rainy day. Don't take the risk. Stay right here. Settle for things the way they are, right? And that's the voice that happens. And that's its purpose. That's why it's there. And I'm going to tell you, this voice, it never goes away. This protector part of us never goes away. And you've got to know that. You've got to know that because if you don't know that this inner voice is keeping a track of your shortcomings, your transgressions, your failures, if you don't know that it never goes away, then when it comes, you'll get blindsided by it. Again, it never goes away. You'll get a great achievement, and here it comes. It never goes away. You make a great partnership with somebody, and you do really great at first. You have a great first launch, really successful, and here it comes. You got lucky. It never goes away. You have a really good planning meeting. Everything seems to be going well. Everything's hitting on all cylinders. You've got all these hopes and dreams, and here comes that voice again. Where are you going to get the money to do it? Where are you going to get the time? It never goes away. It never goes away. You have a fabulous idea. You pitch it to your boss. Your boss loves it, gives you the go-ahead. You're excited. Then it hits you. You'll never be able to deliver. You're going to disappoint your boss at work. Then you're going to lose your job because he'll know exactly how incompetent you are. I'm telling you, this voice never goes away, and you need to know that. In fact, not only does it never go away, it comes for you. It's coming for you, and you've got to know it, and you've got to claim that in your awareness. Write that down right now in your workbook. It never goes away. But here's the beautiful thing. The beautiful thing is that you can control it. You can direct it. As a matter of fact, you created it. You're the one that gave it its power. See, at some point in time, everything this voice says to you, you told it to say. You empowered it to say that. You allowed it to step into your life because at that time, saying those things and believing those things served you. And in some way, it still serves you. It serves you to protect you. It serves to protect you emotionally. It serves to protect you intellectually and financially. It never goes away because it's the learning model created by you. See, I created a learning model as a kid who stuttered. When I spoke, I would get teased and picked on. And so part of me, my protector self, said, we know what we can do here. Why don't we come up with a way where you can just marginalize yourself? We're gonna teach you a strategy, Paul, where you can just keep your mouth shut so that you don't kind of stick out. Because if you don't stick out, if you don't shine, then people won't see you. We're going to teach you, how you can marginalize and diminish yourself so you can play small. And when you do that, you'll be safer emotionally. In the same way you create brilliant strategies that serve you, or at least they did at that time in your life. This part of you knows where you hurt. It knows where your fears are. My protector self knows where my weaknesses are. But now, 55 years later, when I want to step out and do something new, this part of me will say, wait. You can't shine, Paul. What will people say? You're going to get hurt. Remember what happened in, Miss Eden's third grade class, that time when you got called out and you had to go down to the special ed room and all the kids laughed and they said your name over the loudspeaker. Remember in fifth grade when you had to stand up to give your book report in front of the whole class and you had to sit down because it went too long because you couldn't even finish a sentence. Remember that? How are you going to do that? Who do you think you are? And so if unchecked, this learning model of diminishing and marginalizing myself still runs. See, it was a brilliant strategy when it was initially created to serve me, but it never went away. No matter what your achievements may be, this voice is never going to go completely away. It's going to bear witness to your shortcomings, to your doubts, to your fears, to your worries, to all the mistakes you've ever made. It never goes away. Claim that. Claim that in your awareness right now, that it never goes away. You need to know that because you're looking to double your income this year. And you're not going to be able to double your income doing what you did last year. I made that very clear in lesson number 5, right? The law of compensation says that the amount of... All right, welcome back. Hope you like that. See, you have to look at your learning. Everything you do is based on a learned model. Everything you do, the way you respond to emails, the way you get dressed in the morning, the way you brush your teeth. It's all, we can think of it just as a habit. Well, what holds our habits and our learning models in place is our level of awareness, our core beliefs, and our understanding and application of principles within the model. And see, you've created a learning model to make $55,000 a year, or $72,000 a year, or $150,000 a year. You have the level of awareness, you have the level of belief, you have a level of understanding of those principles. And you've probably mastered that awareness, belief, and understanding. All I'm suggesting is if you've been able to do it once, all you have to do is change that model. See, don't worry about how you're going to do it. Forget that. Think into how you change the model. And in this program, I will teach you how to do it. And I can tell you this, there's not a better person to teach you how to do it. There's not. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, look, first, you want somebody who's done it for themselves. I've done it over and over and over again. But more importantly, who cares what I've done for me? You don't care about me. You care about you. You care about what this program can do for you. I've helped more people do this than anybody else I've ever met. I don't know of anybody, regardless of how well they were doing. Hey, when I partnered with Les Brown, he was doing good. I doubled it. When I started to work with John Maxwell, he was doing good. We doubled it. It was my business with John. We were business partners where I took 10 to 20, doubled it. And then from 20 went to 30, never looked back. Never made less than 30 million after that. The next year, 10, 20, 30. Think about that. Those are massive jumps. I can show you how to do it. I know you don't believe you can do it. I know you're focusing on how you can do it, but I'm telling you, I know you can do it, and I know I can show you how to do it. I'm convinced of it. You owe it to yourself to look. And right now, we're offering at an introductory price. I promise you, we will never offer it this way and in this price with these bonuses ever again. This is it. You'll never get this program for less money. Click on the link below. Click on the link below. Trust me, I think right now it's $497. Over the course of your lifetime, you will spend that on lunches and coffees and all kinds of worthless things. What if I'm half right? What if I show you just how to do 25% of your income in 1 year? Isn't that worth it? What's the value of one really good idea? Click on the link below. I hope you'll join this program. Double your income. Double your income in 2022. You can absolutely do it. I know you can do it. God bless. Be well.